Atmanaman to each one of you. Welcome to the Thastu channel. Today our topic is the Bhagavad Gita. This is a very interesting piece जिसको हम आप बीती कहते हैं. Someone who has actually gone through this process. So please listen to this live discourse and live experience of somebody who is amongst us but a little higher than us. This piece I have taken up from Amit Patel ji. The Bhagavad Gita Jayanti is on December 25th and special significant because it is coming in a very special time, in the lockdown time. So the author says that my mother and I enrolled in the 90-day long Gita Swadhyay classes, and waking up at 5:30 am every day and sitting through the class was in itself an achievement for a person like me with very little attention span. Swadhyay is not just a lecture but also something that you listen to and allow it to play and settle in your mind and then make it a part of your life, which is what I found intellectually challenging. It was conducted by Sanskrit scholar Swami Suryapad, who was a former physics professor, who elucidated the verses and the sequence with so much head and heart. So that brought in a lot of clarity. From the 6 chapters that Swamiji completed, there were some powerful shlokas whose meaning one could unravel for years. The one that stayed with me the most were on the concept of yajna in chapter 3. Yajna is cosmic order rather than sacrifice. He said, the result of everything that happens to you or through you is the work and role of so many stakeholders. He gave us the simple example of the sugarcane juice machine, where every part, from the nuts, bolts and wheels to the handle that churns the machine, all are important. Then how is it possible for one part of stake to claim for the final outcome? That is what you have no right over the fruit of your action. Play a role in life just like the sun, wind and rain that don't expect a thank you and just do what they have to do. Every person who comes into your life, every meal, every act, even your own breath are all outcomes of yajnas. So the honor, respect and gratitude for everything in creation arise. Krishna reveals in chapter 6 the nuances of meditation and techniques to help one go deeper in the practice. In verse 5 he says, let a man raise himself by himself, not debase himself, for he is one's best friend or enemy. I have always been big on self-effort, and through many courses I learnt that taking responsibility of your actions is the key to success in life. No one can help you if you can't help yourself. With every action, through an intention, you can choose to either raise yourself or go lower. However hard it may seem at some moments in life, in the end, it's only you. No spouse, friend or parent can do this for you, and it's an illusion to think otherwise. This verse taught me self-realization and discrimination, which is vital for personal growth. Treat victory and defeat, gain and loss, pleasure and pain alike, and get ready for battle. Fighting thus, you will not incur sin, said Krishna to Arjuna in verse number 238. You are always a winner. Sometimes you win, sometimes you make others win. when you see the world and your experiences through the lens opposite will not drag you down but keep your mind uplifted no matter what. This is my gain during the lockdown, something that would have never have happened in my scheduled period otherwise. Maybe work was slow, but this gain was invaluable. This is the live experience that is shared by a spiritual person. I hope you like it. Do share your views, your feedback, and anything particular that you are looking for. Thank you so much, and please share this with maximum. Thank you.